All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of the Tuf Podcast, episode 15. I'm here with the guys, Josh, Ray, and Tyrell, man. We here another day,
Yes.
man. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Road to 100, we at 75. We close, we inching closer and closer. When we hit 100 subs, we're going to have a special guest on. 200, we're going to do a little giveaway. So continue to run these numbers up, man.
Yes, sir.
Fellas, how's y'all's week going?
Pretty good.
It's
Pretty
good.
good.
Blessed.
Good,
Not
good.
bad.
Ain't nothing crazy happen. This
Thank
week's
God,
been it's been
nothing.
kind of flying by a little
I
bit.
was gonna say,
Yeah. Y'all got anything interesting going on, or just everybody just chilling?
I'm actually going to Florida in March,
Florida.
and
Hey, yes,
actually,
sir.
actually going.
Hey,
Got the tickets. We're ready.
all
Everybody,
right.
no
I hear
COVID. We're
you.
good. We've
Yeah,
all
I'm shit.
decided that
Enjoy
we're
your
okay. We're
time.
gonna go.
It get
Y'all going
wild
to
in
the
Florida.
beach? Are y'all going to the beach, or y'all
Yeah,
family,
we're
or
going to Del
what's?
Rey, which is
Okay.
like where my grandma lives. Is like
Okay.
a walk from the beach. Beach,
Oh, so she just
beach.
chilling. Grandma
Yeah,
just chilling then. Okay.
yeah.
Living her
Retirement. You
life.
know what it is.
Yeah,
Yup.
absolutely.
Big shit.
All right. All right, man. So our first topic, man, is going to be gun laws, and Josh got our topic, man. He's going to break it down for us. So go ahead, please.
Yeah, so I just kind of want to get your guys' opinion on it. I know that everybody here is a pretty loud speaking Democrat, and we all as Democrats kind of believe that guns are more of for professionals and trained professionals. I don't know if any of you guys are like severely against gun laws, but I'm not. My dad owns a gun. I own multiple guns. We go target shooting. When I turn 21, I'm getting a concealed carry license, everything like that. But in New Jersey, they just, which is one of the more stricter places for gun laws, they just made it so that if you have a gun or a magazine that holds more than 10 rounds, it is now completely illegal. And you either have to give that gun up or you better not be caught with it because you can face up to 3 years in jail. I'm sorry, prison. Let me rephrase that. Prison and up to $10,000 in fines for just having it. And that goes for
Mm,
clips, that goes for just ammunition, a gun, whatever. For all the people out there that don't know, a lot of pistols, if you have one in the chamber plus the clip, holds more than 10 rounds.
mhm,
I think the Glock 14 has 17 rounds or something. That's like the standard police issued pistol that all the cops get when they come in for their basic training. That's the gun that they receive. Um, there's plenty of obviously shotguns, assault rifles, 22 rifles that you use for hunting that have more than 10 rounds. Um, my theory, before we all get in and delve into this, is that this is how we get guns taken away from us completely.
right.
And I'm not
That's
about that.
smart. Mhm.
Yeah, this is the start of it. We start to kind of push these little things on, oh, it's just 10 rounds, that's all it is. If you have a gun that has 9, 8, 7, you're good, you can have it, and everybody's like, oh well, I still get to keep my guns, that's fine. But then they start getting into some more stuff, and then it keeps going and going and going until they're like, you know what, we're just going to take them all away, everybody will be fine, we'll only give the cops guns. And at this point, I am a true advocate of just like, I don't feel I'm not trusting anybody anymore.
Mm-mm.
Like and I'm a person who is actually able to be helped by the police, and somebody who understands that they have white privilege when it comes to that. However, I still don't feel safe around the police. I still feel like if something comes up where it's kind of not in their best interest, I'm fucked. White, female, black, anything, Mexican, anything like that. So to
Mm-hmm.
take something away that I still believe is my right to have, I'm not saying that like we should just abolish all of these things that we put in place. We shouldn't take away the 21 or older. I still think that if you obtain a weapon, you should.
I'm sorry about that. You
No,
interrupted me.
it's
I got the 30 on me right now. Shit the head. Say now, go ahead.
fine. But I shouldn't feel. I don't feel like we need to take those things away. I feel like there should be some more laws in place to where if you're buying a weapon, you need to learn how to use it. There's too many people
Mm,
out there that can just buy weapons and nothing comes out of it. You go in, you do your basic background check. They're like, okay, you're not a criminal. Here's your gun and go have fun. You don't have to take a course. You don't have to do anything like that. And I think that's just not okay. You shouldn't be able to have a high powered AR or anything like that you can walk around with. I don't care if it's not concealable. It doesn't matter. You can still walk around with it. It's yours. You should learn how to use it.
Right.
You should know how to
Right.
shoot it. You should understand the laws behind it. But it's getting to the point where I feel like if I have to defend my home and somebody comes in and I'm fighting for my life at this point, I feel like I might not be the savior of the day. I might be the criminal at that point. Somebody broke into my house, but I shot and killed him, and all of a sudden I'm getting charged for manslaughter.
Right.
You know, because there's a lot of places, especially in Ohio, where it's like, well, if you had the chance to run, then you should have ran. And in my case, it's like, I'm not leaving my house.
Right. Yeah. You got to defend.
I don't
You
care.
got to defend the house.
Right. I
just seen something on the news. I think like a whole bunch of guns have been stolen here, like in Ohio.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but people have been breaking into people's houses and stealing guns. Which is weird,
exactly.
But...
And the last thing that I want to say before I hand it off to you guys, Kodak Black just got arrested for gun violations or whatever, and they just released his case notes, and he is facing up to, I think it's 10 years in prison right now because he checked the wrong box on his concealed carry license. And they called bullshit on that or whatever. I don't know what question it was. To be honest, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Right. Facing up to 10 years in prison in that is a whole other discussion in of itself. But like that's where it's gotten to at this point with these gun laws, where it's like they are trying desperately to not have you have a gun in your home, and I think that is just ridiculous.
Wait! They trying to give you 10 more?
Or was this like before Trump pardoned him?
That's
or
what he got out
of. Let me see what it actually is.
It had to have been in a. Let's go. Ohio State beat Iowa. We up there. It was that seed. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, it's new gun charges, and this just came out just before 2021.
Okay, yeah, he got pardoned. So this is like Trump pardoned him.
Oh, okay. I like to say.
Okay, but still, nonetheless, that doesn't make no sense. Like, for me, no means should any man be walking around with like a rocket launcher or something. Like, okay, I understand that, but like, I don't understand. You can't take away nobody's guns, bro. Like that's I mean, that don't make no sense, especially when you know you got a family to protect. Or as crazy as the world is today, you can't even go outside without locking your doors and your car without feeling safe. Yeah, I remember my parents and my grandparents telling me back in the days you could go to sleep with your door unlocked and nobody would like break in. You wouldn't have to worry about nothing. But that's just not the way the world is today. There's so many people, things you got to watch out for. I'm not with that. I think that's a bad idea. Now I'm not sure, like what the crime rate is. You said this is New Jersey, right?
Yeah, New Jersey isn't a great place. I'm assuming that their crime rate's not pleasurable to the eye.
I mean, still, nonetheless, you don't take away nobody's guns or.
I think that having a higher crime rate is a better reason to keep gun laws the same.
Yeah.
You know,
because more times out of 10, if you're registered and you go through the classes and training, you're more likely probably to do good with it.
Yeah.
If you plan on robbing somebody or doing something, you're not going to do it with your own gun.
I mean,
that's just not how that works. You're not going to do crime with your fingerprints and everything.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. And you have to pay for these. I mean, this isn't like I mean, it's not like too expensive or whatever, you know.
Right.
But you still have to pay for it. It's still a fee. I'm pretty sure it's a yearly fee. I think having the actual concealed carry license costs like $100 a year or something like that. You know, so it costs a fair bit of money to have this, you know, and you have to go through federal regulations and stuff like that. What was I going to say? But but like, take it from me, who lives, you know, in a very nice area. I live right outside of Bexley, Ohio. If everybody knows in here what Bexley is, but you know, because they went to Hartley or they went somewhere near it. But for the people who don't, Bexley is an extremely white neighborhood. I mean, like, if you go into Bexley, you know that these people leave their doors unlocked. I mean, like, no one does anything. The cops are their own cops in Bexley, and they don't need, I mean, I'm assuming they don't do anything. They have cops sitting on Livingston outside of Bexley because I don't think Bexley gets enough action. But
Right.
we were getting our cars broken into like every other night almost. And I mean, like, yeah, we could keep our doors locked and stuff like that. So much to the point where my dog was barking at somebody out there, and I went out there with my gun and went up to the guy. And I mean, since then we haven't had anybody break into our car yet, but I literally had to point a gun at a man and say, "What the fuck are you doing in my car?" And these people are just like on the side of the street. They're in their car. They have like a black little Honda Accord or whatever. And the dude's like, "Oh, I'm just broke. I'm just broke." And like, "Don't shoot, don't shoot." And he gets into the car with his friend, and they like speed off. And it's like, I wasn't planning on shooting you. That's not the thing.
Yeah, but still,
But it's
yeah.
just like,
Now,
but
what if you didn't
imagine me
have your
going out
gun?
there and not having anything to defend myself with, or to make myself intimidated.
That
Coming
could
out
end
with a
badly.
baseball bat or something like that, it doesn't create the same fear that I want in these people.
Right.
You know, like if I came out with a baseball bat, he probably would have tried to fight me. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
So you smacking with it, yeah.
Right, exactly. But I mean, like, you know, you can get up from a baseball swing, or you can dodge a baseball swing or something.
If
But you
it's
can't
like
dodge
5
4
people,
rounds
if
into
it's
you.
5 people and they shoot you with a baseball bat,
Right.
that's rough. Somebody's
Exactly.
just gonna have to take that swing and then everything.
But yeah, exactly.
Somebody catch it.
You know, if I catch one of them,
somebody
maybe.
catch
But
a baseball bat. If you swing at somebody and they catch the baseball bat, we just let them have it.
Yeah.
Let them have anything.
I was just like, break into my
They-
car. I don't care. You're superhuman at that point.
They different.
Yeah,
Right.
nah,
He's built different.
yeah. I don't know. I don't like it. When I turn 21 as well, I will be getting my license as well, and I plan on we're taking a trip to Myrtle Beach. Yeah, and I checked all the states around to make sure I'm able to carry as long as I have my license.
Yeah.
Because I just want to be. That's what I did the precautions to make sure I am able to have it as long as I have my Ohio license through the bordering states to close states, and I'm good. But I definitely will. My family has always had guns. My mother, she's going to take classes recently, and my grandma. So I'm for it. I mean, I'd rather somebody have one than not have one if something bad happened. Especially think of like an elderly person, somebody breaking their house.
Right.
I mean, what
exactly?
Especially
Just let him steal everything.
Yeah, and then that can end up into that person losing their life. Because 9 times out of 10, if somebody's breaking into something, they're desperate. So them killing somebody or severely hurting somebody is not going to do anything.
Right.
So
and
morality's down.
Yeah.
You doing shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the thing that I wanted to bring up as well, is just that, like, you know, going back to what I was saying before about the intimidation part, you know, I'm not a killer. I've gone over this in my head, like, all right, what am I going to do if this happens? You know, me and my dad have created a plan that we have, like, if somebody breaks into the house, what are we going to do? We realize that they don't know the layout of our house like we do. I've been here for 21 years. I know this house like the back of my hand, you know, but I don't want to kill anybody. That's not my idea.
Right.
My idea is to possibly fire a shot. And then at that point, if they are smart, they will leave.
Right.
Because they hear a gunshot and then they're like, whoa, we broke into the wrong house. You know, this isn't worth losing my life over. And if it has to be that way, where they start firing back or something, they will be out the door. I know they will. I mean, you don't hear a gunshot and stay like it's Call of Duty.
Right.
You know,
and hell, at the end of the day, if they hear a gunshot, that might encourage them not to break into nobody else's house either.
Right, exactly. Because they're like, we almost escaped with our lives here, you know. Like, maybe we should turn our lives around.
Yeah.
Like it's go ahead.
I was gonna before we let Ray and Tyrell get their word in, because we hogging it up. But I was just saying, like, I don't know. It's just, what was I looking for? What was I trying to say? Damn, I think I just lost it. I had it in my head, but I lost it, bro. I'm tripping. I lost. Y'all go ahead. If I think about it again, I'll come back to it. But I just lost it. Go ahead.
Tyrell, you can go. I kind of got like a segue off of this.
All right. I'm agreeing with y'all about the gun. I think it's going to worry a lot of people because, you know, they can't protect themselves. And I don't know why 10 bullets. I don't make no sense to me, but I mean,
They're saying it's because it can stop like the mass shootings and stuff like that if you don't have that kind of clip.
No, they just
know?
go out to the whatever somebody random and get the fucking gun anyway. That's
Right.
not
Or
gonna stop that.
have multiple clips. I don't know.
have multiple, yeah. So
Right.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
And obviously, if a motherfucker's about to shoot a school up, their brain's not wrapped too tight in the first place. So I think they give a damn about a 10 clip. I mean, but to the point I was trying to say, I understand, like, Josh, I'm the same way. Like, if I get a gun, it's never to be to go out and try and kill anybody. That's not the intent, even if somebody's breaking into my house. And I understand not everybody has the same mentality. Some people might be waiting, like, oh, wait, I can't wait till somebody break in so I can shoot and kill them. Like, some people are like that. And I understand that. But at the end of the day, it's fair game. You broke it into somebody's house. Karma is karma. Whatever I mean, of course we don't want anybody to die, but I mean you can't. I mean,
no, of course
what
not.
it is. So
right.
I mean, like I said, everybody don't got the same intent as us, but still at the end of the day, I think it definitely helps a lot more because who's going to go through all that, pay all that money to go out and commit crimes like that anyway with their name on the line and anything? That's a suicide note.
Right.
That's just you turning yourself over anyway. So
exactly,
that's all I had to say on that.
And I'll ask you guys one more thing, and then I'll give it to Ray. The idea next, at least for Ohio, I don't know if they're going to do it or not, but they were talking about it. Ohio's a pretty Republican state, so I don't think we'll do anything about it. But they were talking about whenever you buy a gun, you now have to register that gun. So it will be attached to your name. So if they need to, they can open up a file and be like, all right, Josh Martin, he has a 32, he's got a 9mm, he's got a shotgun, he's got an AR, and then they can come in and be like, hey, where's this and this and this? And I have to tell them that. And I was wondering what you guys thought about that, if you think that that is a good idea or if you think that that is a breach of privacy.
No, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's between the line, but I go more with the good because like none of us is like, oh man, I'm gonna use this tonight, and like it's a good little thing where like say someone stole your stuff and the last time they checked, I don't know what I'm saying,
right.
but yeah, I think I get what I'm saying, but
yeah.
It's good. I think it's good.
They still have the registered like serial numbers, but now it is attached to your person. Now, because whenever you buy a gun, you have to register it. There's a serial number on it. They know that gun is now owned by someone. But now it would be the reason why people are saying it's a breach of privacy is because if we do get into this federal dilemma where they start taking guns, they know about everybody and what they have and what they don't have.
Yeah.
So because you can also go to gun shows, you can buy guns in different states, you can buy guns on Craigslist, and that is just one person to another. And that's going to make it a lot harder for people who are collectors and things like that, who have working weapons, but they're not really like, you don't buy them anymore. If you have a World War II fucking I don't know, trench gun, let's say, and it's battle hardened, and it still works, but you're selling it as a collector. Now that gun is registered to you, you have to like a car title, you have to go to like a BMV and fucking give them the thing. Yeah, exactly. So people are saying it's a waste of time and a breach of privacy when most of the guns are already registered. They just don't know who it is, at least as far as I'm aware. Anybody that's out there, if they want to correct me, they're more than welcome to. I need to learn more about this myself, but that's just me spitballing. I don't know if that's true or not.
Got you. Ray, go ahead, man.
So kind of backtrack on what y'all saying. I agree with y'all. You feel me? I do agree with people having guns, or I don't really agree with the limit thing. My family, like kind of like what Connor was saying, my family, you feel me? Some of us have guns, you know what I'm saying? I plan on getting a gun. Get my license, all that good stuff. But I definitely do think, especially in America, we have a gun problem. Like,
yeah, I agree.
The guns, the amount of guns that are in this country is definitely a problem. Because no matter how you slice it, a gun is deadly. You feel me? And kind of like what Connor was saying,
whether it's a little pocket purse gun, it's still
Yeah, it's really the mental of a person for real.
Mhm.
You put a
Yeah.
gun in the wrong person's hands and it could be deadly. You feel me? So I think
Yeah.
Mhm.
I definitely think it might not be the right steps, but at least they're taking some steps to limiting the damages that guns can do. You feel me? I do think that's a good thing, but
Yeah.
so everything has a beginning to it. So you feel me?
Right,
I
That's just
agree.
where I'm
right.
at on it. Yeah.
And Josh, on your thing, I think the privacy thing, it kind that is kind of a little sucky that like you have to register, but at the same token, I don't mind it because it's like meeting in the middle. You kind of got to try and make both sides happy to kind of create some sort of peace and rest.
Yeah.
So it's not the worst thing in the world, and of course, everybody wants their privacy. I mean, America privacy, all that stuff. Like, but at the same token, you got both sides, and we talk about peace so much. You got to try and create that balance, that yin and yang, and try
Yes.
and balance it out a little
Mm-hmm.
bit.
I agree.
So I mean, depending on what side you're on, I just think that is probably the best thing that they possibly could do. But I mean, they give guns without nothing to officers who they don't really give too much background checks on, to give mental tests on, who are just
Exactly.
randomly shooting people
Exactly.
because anyway. So I mean, what's the difference between does that make them higher than us or whatever? So I
Hmm.
mean, I think if we have to do all this stuff too, they got to go through all that, and I'm sure they do. But I
Mm-hmm.
think they need to go through more of an intense background check with the way everything's going. If
Yeah.
that's the way they want to play it, they got to get the same balance too. And I think that's probably the biggest problem, because when you try and take guns away from everybody, that leaves the government with the guns, and then so if they take everybody else's guns, and then the police and government are the only people with guns, well,
Right.
what are we supposed to do?
Right.
So
That's
I got a
probably
question.
not the right way. Uh-huh.
Good.
So would y'all rather have everybody in America have a gun, like every single person that was of
Mhm.
age? Feel me? That know what they were doing with it, or
Mhm.
just completely remove guns. So zero guns or all
Like
guns.
including police and all that.
Yeah, police. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
the move gun. I'm
Let's
gonna
just say
have whoop
18
someone
plus.
ass for my fish.
At the at the end of the day, I think, in my personal opinion, that creates a lot of
That's a
chaos.
good question.
As
Yeah,
soon as you take away guns from people of power, they no longer are seen as powerful. If you walk
Yeah, they
like
gonna
for
start fighting
instance,
back.
right, I'll put it like this. If you go to the mall, let's say you go to the Easton Mall and you see one of the mall cops, do you think that those guys are powerful?
No,
No,
Right,
nah,
exactly. Because they don't have anything to make them powerful. What makes them
they got a
powerful? Nothing.
nightstick.
like,
Right. A
yeah,
nightstick that they can't really do anything with. They're basically civilians that have a job,
Right.
The worst they can do is kick you out. Or, they can put you in the little like arrest room and wait for the real police to get there. But
Mhm.
now all those police become mall cops,
Mhm.
and everybody else is kind of equal because they don't have guns, but there's going to be a lot more anarchy because they don't have anything to protect themselves with.
Mhm.
So it's like,
Yeah, and that's why it's a little unfair for them, especially for the cops that use the gun to last resort. Okay,
yeah,
I'm trying to protect something, you stealing something, and you're trying to stab me or punch me or whatever, and I'm risking my life to help save these people,
right.
whatever. You got people hostage. Okay, then that's when the gun it becomes necessary. This all fair game there. I mean
Yeah.
that it is what
yeah.
it is.
Yeah. You're
And
fighting for your
like
life.
we say, it's just so hard because not everybody's mental state is just the same. Everybody has different intents. That's why it's so hard. You got to try and find that balance.
I would
I don't
say
know,
that
but like
if,
I don't think that's fair for them to be risking their lives, and then somebody's trying to jump them or stab them and they have nothing to defend themselves but their hands or mace or whatever. That's not really fair.
right. I would say that if you're in a situation like that and the cops are allowed to have everything else but the gun, it would probably work best that way.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, if everybody didn't have a gun and the cops didn't have a gun, the cops, I still would think they would have their, Batman utility belt.
Hmm.
And like you said, they'd have a nightstick, they'd have mace, and mace fucking hurts, man. Mace will put
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
down for 3 or 4 hours and you won't be able to
Hmm.
do anything but fucking burn, you know?
Hmm.
So, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I've been hit by mace like outside of a cross spray. I've been hit by mace that was like in the air. and it
Yeah,
hurts
it's
and you can't
strong.
breathe for
Yeah,
like
you
an
keep
hour.
coughing.
You know, I wasn't even the
Yeah.
one who was taking it. I was like, 100, 200 feet away, but we were at Red, White, and Boom, and people had to, like, Katie was face painting, and we were down there, and like somebody got into a fight, and the cops had to mace somebody, and we were like 100 feet away. But that stuff gets to you real quickly, and if you don't have a mask or anything on, you're hurting. It's hard to breathe. Your
I
kind
would
of
like
neck
to make a
chokes up.
transition after this, unless everybody got some stuff to say.
No, I'm good after that. I would just
You
like
good? You sure?
that's my answer is that yeah, I
Gotcha.
think that it'd be best if everybody didn't get it, if we're asking that question,
Right.
and put the cops there and let them have their utility belts. I think there'd be a lot less crime.
Ray and Tyrell, y'all got anything before I make this transition?
I'm kind of with the census. I would rather see no one have them than everybody have them. Yeah.
Probably, yeah, I would lean more that way as well. Tyrell, you got anything?
Nah, I just got that blicky on me. I want people to know don't fuck with me.
Hey,
no, but no, we could go.
But just to make this transition, Josh, you talking about a fight at Red, White, and Boom. Why do people go to events like that just to be ignorant? That for the life of me, I will never understand. It just ruins it for everybody. I just never understand.
Bro, everybody goes to the Boom. So like, say I had beef with you.
Yeah,
I've been dodging you all year.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet him at the Boom.
Like,
yo, we're fucking fighting. All right, when and where? 4th of July, Red, White, and Boom. Let's go.
I remember what was it? It was for my 17th birthday when we went down there, and then the dude just pulled out a gun, and then everybody ran. People was trampling over kids and everything. I'm like, bro, like, dude, just relax. Like, I just don't under.
Well, think about it this way. Because this is why the people got into the fight. After we were all done, we asked what was going on. When you're at Red, White, and Boom, tensions are high.
Right. I mean, yeah,
there's thousands of people there. Guns, it's hard to park. It's hard to walk. It's hot. Yeah. Everybody's freaking the fuck out, and everybody is crowding to get into this one particular area. So you pass a dude, and you fucking bump him the wrong way, and he turns around, he goes, "Yo, what the fuck you doing?" And you're not a bitch, so you're gonna be like, "Fucking walking, what are you doing?" And then he starts swinging. That's exactly what happened. I mean, it happens everywhere, man. I mean, like any of those big crowds, people get rubbed the wrong way so easily because people are so sensitive, but that's why that one happened. It was just because two dudes were just like not feeling each other, and it has to do with a lot with alcohol. It has to do with drug use, all those things, but like you guys said, I mean, like, it's a lot of people in one place, and tensions are high. Somebody can pull out a gun out of nowhere and kill at least 20 people before anybody even gets to them or even realizes that there's a gun, and those things are fucking freaky. And that's why I don't go to Boom. I'd rather go to the Capitol fireworks.
I don't like it. I hate going to the Boom. That's just like, but that's something that like people have to work on. Like at a certain point in your life, you got to realize some stuff is just, it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
It's not worth throwing your life away. And it's like, it's hard. It's hard because at the end of the day, everybody has pride, and you don't want to look like a bitch in front of everybody. And there's a way to do it respectfully, though, to where, you may be in a disagreement, but you tell the dude, like, hey, I wasn't feeling that, but we're going to drop it, let it go. Just, it is what it is. Let's move on. Right. And not everybody knows how to do that. And like you said, of course, alcohol's flowing, drugs, parking, heat, just everything. At the end of the day, cranky, tired, maybe.
You ready
so
for the
I agree. Yeah,
and keep in mind also is that there's respectful ways to do stuff like that. I mean, like,
there's absolutely,
like, I know that you guys aren't into it. I'm sure that it's like this for other places too, but I obviously I'm really into heavy metal and rock music, and I've gone to a couple of concerts, and in the front there's mosh pits. I mean, people are fucking elbowing each other. Right, exactly. However,
but that's kind of like a set thing. Like, when you're going to a rock, that's
exactly
like that.
What's going on.
Exactly. But I mean, like, people still get into it in the back. People are bumping into each other and pushing each other. And if you don't like that, you scoot back. you know,
Yeah.
but people are respectful. If there's people that are falling in the mosh pit or whatever, you help them up. It's not like a disrespect thing. You're just rocking out, you know, you're not trying to be there to fuck people up. You know, everybody's just getting excited and, you know, moving, you know, and fucking rocking out. But it's just like, but there's been a couple of times where like people will stop the concert and be like, yo, pick that motherfucker up. You know, we pick
Yeah.
people up around here. You got to be respectful like that. But in
Yeah.
those situations, I forgot to say this, but these kids were like 16, by the way. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure you all kind of had that
I
mental
mean,
image
yeah,
of
yeah,
kids,
right,
but you know,
right.
not I
Pain
don't
at the
really
bone,
see
yeah,
full grown adults getting into full fist fights like that, but it can
yeah,
happen, you know. But
yeah,
it's like you said, Kyler, it's something that you kind of have to learn throughout life, is like, is this really worth it to get into a fight with
yeah,
somebody, you know, because he
and
bumped me or he spilled a beer on me or whatever the fuck, you know.
right,
You can
and
use your
but there,
words.
it's a different thing though too, and you still got to kind of learn to be like, okay, because there's some people who do it intentionally. They're just trying to get attention,
Yeah,
so they'll go act hard, push you, or get out the way, blah blah blah, this that and the third, like being
yeah,
rude. Like then it's like, okay, like all right, you need to relax, and then that can ramp you up too. Even if you're not the type of person, that can take the same man to insane. Especially you got your wife, your kids in front of you, and
yeah.
somebody do something like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it's hard, and that's like I don't know if y'all ever been to the grocery. Well, of course I've been to the grocery store, but like when people like walk by you and don't say excuse me,
Yeah.
or you're right behind somebody and they don't hold the door, or you hold the door for somebody and they don't say thank you,
Yeah.
like that stuff like that just irritates me. That's just I don't
I
know.
say thank you to
That
myself, and I've gotten into some
yeah,
altercations for that. People
right. I
people do
mean.
not like it when you do that. If like
Yeah,
you go into
motherfucker, I just
Walmart,
held the door. I don't even know you. Yeah, it's COVID. I could get it on my hands. I'm over here opening the door for
bro,
you. Like,
I had one time where I went into Walmart and I was by myself and I was getting stuff for work, and I don't remember why, but I was so fucking mad that day. And I went in and there's like Walmart greeters, obviously, that just kind of sit there. And I always think that those positions are stupid. And I'm like, why the fuck am I not getting paid $12 an hour to sit there and say hi to people? You
I'm all
know?
for those jobs though, as long as they
It,
got old people. I don't want to see
yeah,
no
right.
young
No,
people
yeah, for
doing them
sure.
jobs. I
Exactly.
don't want to see no young people doing
Right.
them
So
jobs.
there's this fat ass dude over here. I'm allowed to say that I'm fat. I don't care. And he's just sitting on the chair, and I'm like, "Yo, how you doing, sir?" And he doesn't say anything. He's on his phone, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm good. How about you, man?" And I like shake his hand, you know, like I shake my own hand, and I walk past. He goes, "Are you talking? Are you mocking me?" And I was like, "Not really. I was just saying hi to myself because you didn't do it." And the dude like
Yeah, I
looks at me
mean,
and he
That's
immediately just gets
funny.
pissed off and he goes, "I don't fucking have to say hi to you." And I was like, "Yeah, you do. It's your job. It's your only
yeah,
job."
yeah.
And he was like, "Where does it say that?" And I was like, "You're a greeter. Do you know what greeting means?" And this dude automatically was like, "Bro, I'll get my fucking manager down here. We'll kick your ass out right now." And I was like, "Okay, I
Yeah, bro.
guess."
There's a Walmart down the street.
I was
All
gonna
right.
say, I was like, I mean, like we're in Canal Winchester right now. Like, there's another Walmart. I could go to Meyer. It's right down the street. It's like
Right.
10 minutes away. And I was like, call your manager, man. So I just started walking. But I mean, like that altercation right there reminded me
Yeah.
that it's just like, how can you get upset at that? You didn't say
Yeah.
hi to me.
Yeah.
It's
Just
your job.
people.
Like, I'm just making fun of you because you deserve it.
Yeah. I mean, that's like for me. Because me working in the meat department, like I'm helping somebody a steak or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, hey, how you doing? How's your day? What can I grab for you? And some people, you know, I'm in the one by and Gehanna so snobby. We get some
Oh,
snobby
yeah. No,
people,
I know exactly
and
the people you get because
they
I get
just
them
look
too.
at me. They just look at
Yeah.
me. I'm like, bro, like if I didn't have no respect, I would throw this damn steak at you. Like, bro, I'm not
Yeah.
about to do
Right.
this with you.
If I didn't
And
want to
like
lose my job.
one person that we have that comes often as a customer is the ex-mayor Michael Coleman. He's a dick. I do
Yeah.
not like the
Oh,
dude.
that's sad. He used to
He's a
live next
dick.
to me.
Um, he would get some stuff and like his wife was like, I forgot what it was, but she was like, I want this or whatever. And he was like, have them cut it for you a certain way, whatever. And she was like, no, that's too much work. He was like, no, they do it. That's their job. And he was just like, he just says like ignorant like remarks and shit like that pisses me off. I mean,
Damn, you're not a
he just
mayor
a
anymore,
stuck-up
Mr.
dude.
Coleman. You can get your ass beat any day of the week.
This one dude came behind me, was like, man, you know who that is? I'm like, yeah, I know who it is, but I don't really care.
Why do I give a shit? He's
Just
not the
another
mayor
grown
anymore.
man. Yeah. I'm like, and I looked at the dude, I'm like, you a grown ass man. Like, bro, why do you care who he is? Like,
right.
you not paying none of your bills, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
He's also a
Like
mayor.
a
Like, I
fanboy
mean,
of the
like,
mayor, right? Not like LeBron James. Like,
he wasn't. He's not even the mayor of Gehenna. He was the mayor of Columbus.
Yeah, like, bro, go on, bro. And then we just have like customers sometimes, like we'll have the picky customer that'll come in and be like, I want two of these, all wrapped in individual bags. And then like we'll have some people like other people that struggle. And then like I got the lady the next time she came in, she was like, I'm happy you here doing this because the other people don't know what they doing. I'm like, well, lady, you kind of got a difficult order. You can't blame that on them. Like
Right.
your order is kind of difficult, and you're hard to work with in the first place. So that can make somebody not want to motivate to do this.
Right.
Oh God.
Yeah, Ray and Tyrell, you got anything, man? People being rude, man. Y'all got some experiences.
I'm with y'all on the people being rude. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? This kind of go back to what we was talking about a couple episodes ago, mental health and just people learning how to be more socially aware. Like you should want to say hi to somebody, or you should want to, you know what I'm saying, embrace somebody that's asking you how you doing and shit like that. But no, man, I agree, man. I definitely had some instances where I was just like, damn, you feel me, holding the door for somebody, especially when I went to school, especially college. I hold the door for somebody. They think I ain't got to do this shit for you. So I definitely feel y'all on that.
Right, yeah, like I know it's college and we don't talk like that anyway, like in classes and we can say thank you, something. At least give me a head nod, do something. It don't take much. Tyrell, bro, what about you? We work at the same. Oh, go ahead.
But like, kind of what you was talking about with the mayor, I hate people like that, bro. That got a little bit of authority.
Yeah.
That is some of the worst type of
Let
people.
that shit get to his head, man. You gotta stay humble. I don't care how much millions, how much whatever. You better stay humble because that shit can be going just like that.
Bro, he hasn't even been the mayor for fucking
he's not even the mayor, bro. Like, look, the dude had to have been 40. That was like, man, you know who that is? I'm like, man.
Yeah, I know that is.
Right. I don't know you.
Bro, I can't. If I look up Michael Coleman, I can't even find him unless if I go mayor of Columbus.
Yeah.
So he's not. I mean, he's not even that kind of.
Yeah, like he just made it seem like the dude, like he was in scandals and did a whole bunch of foul stuff. I'm not going to air his business out, but like, don't treat him like he holier than thou. And I mean, he doesn't pay my bills. He's rude. I don't care. Tyrell, what about you, man? I know you had some stuff.
Yeah, you know where we work at. But with me, I try to just be like, I used to be like, oh, okay, piece of shit. I hope your fucking toe get ran over. But now I'm like, okay, like I don't know. I don't take it too hard like I do no more because everybody's not good.
Oh yeah,
everybody's not.
Yeah, I learned to make fun of it.
Yeah.
You make
a joke
about it now. Yeah,
I smile
like
about it. Yeah.
This one lady, she was like, but she came like 10 days after Thanksgiving, and she was like, "You don't have no more turkeys?" We was like, "No, we don't have any more turkeys. Thanksgiving's over. They're gone." And I told her that. She was like, "Oh, I don't want to hear that excuse. Y'all should have some." I just looked at her and started laughing. I was like, "Man, I'm having a nice day." And she was in her motorized scooter. She's in her motorized.
That's what it is, man.
Stuff over.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right,
people
lady.
serious.
I'm like, all right. Like, just have a good day. You over here. I just don't understand. Like, you're in here tripping over a turkey. Like, there's so many out of everything in this grocery store. You just gotta have a turkey. Like, bro, if we don't got it, we don't got it. They act like we just be lying. Like I can just pull a turkey.
Oh yeah,
just don't have
that
it.
is annoying.
You don't have it.
And,
And then it'll be the customers too. They'll be so lazy, like, well, can you call another Kroger and see if they have it? Like, what?
Yeah,
Why can't you
nah.
do it? Like, no.
I'm not gonna do it. Why would I do that? Yeah, people come
Yeah,
in and ask
yeah.
me that all the time, bro. Especially when there's not movies playing that they want to see.
Uh-huh.
And they'll be like, "Can you call another Cinemark?" And I was like, "I guarantee you, every other Cinemark is showing the same stuff we are." And they're like, "How's that possible? They have more theaters." And I was like, "It doesn't matter. They're just using the more theaters for more times."
Facts.
I mean, it's like, why would they have more movies than what? Why? Yeah, maybe like since the comeback classics are different, sometimes you might get a different.
Right.
You might get one or two movies, but I mean, like, first of all, there's people that come in that ask me about movies that have not been playing in theaters for over 7 years, or they're not even like remotely ready to come out yet.
Yeah.
I mean, like, people, I
That's
can't.
smart.
The only one that I'm okay with is the James Bond, because they have pushed that back so many different times and people are like so
Mhm.
confused as to why. And I was like, because they want to make money. You guys are dumb.
Right.
But just the people that come into my job are some of the worst people that I can arguably imagine are around.
Mhm.
If you are complaining at a movie theater, I,
Something's
I
wrong
don't
with you.
understand who you are as a person. If you walk into a movie theater and think, wow, this is going to be a bargain, you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
I mean, like, people come in and they're like, why is the ticket so expensive? And I'm like, first of all, it's $5.50. That's not
I'm gonna
expensive
say,
for a movie
yeah,
ticket.
man.
Even our most high price is $8.50, which is cheaper than all of the other Cinemarks
Right.
in the Columbus area, and
That's why we
solely
rock with Stone Ridge.
Yeah.
Stone
right,
Ridge is the best movie
exactly, man.
theater.
It's the cheapest Cinemark movie theater in Columbus. Yeah, shout out to Cinemark. Go to Cinemark because I need money and they need to start scheduling me more. Um, but it's just like, how do you come in and get like that, and then you're gonna argue about the prices of our stuff? And then I say the same
Yeah.
thing, which is like, we don't make money off the tickets. And they're like, how's that possible? And I was like, well, how do you think the studios make money?
Right.
How do you think the people who
You
develop
make
the
money on
movie make
concessions
money?
and
Right. We make money off of showing it to you and giving you concessions. That's where we make our money from. So when you pay
Oh, that makes
$20
sense.
for snacks, popcorn, and a drink, don't get upset. It's
yeah.
just what
I
just
mean,
don't
yeah.
get concessions. Bring your own shit in.
Right.
Nobody
Yeah.
checks. Nobody cares. It's
You
the
right. You
Stone Ridge,
right.
man. How many times have you come in and seen like barely anybody here? Just
Yeah.
walk. Just, I mean, like, half the time if somebody comes in and they look powerful enough, I don't care if they bought a ticket or not. I'm not going to ask them shit. I'm just going to let them go to their theater. And like, we don't
Yeah,
have
bro.
cameras or
Hey,
anything like
you got
that. We
some in
don't
your
count
pants,
seats.
dude?
What?
Yeah, like, bro.
Yeah, but all right. I got a question. Let me ask y'all because we
Yeah.
all work. Have you ever had to deal with an actual Karen moment? I have, and we could each go around share a story if we
Oh
have. If
yeah,
y'all have.
absolutely.
A Karen? Oh, a
Absolutely.
Karen moment. I got you.
Karen.
Yeah, like an
I
actual
have
Karen
yeah,
customer.
I've so we closed down the meat department around like 8 because we gotta pack shit up, we gotta clean, we gotta
Yeah.
melt the ice,
Yeah, that
all that
sucks
shit.
because I always do my shopping late at night.
Yeah, yeah. So lady comes in past it's 9 o'clock, 9:15. Everything's packed up. Nothing is out there on the counter. We still got everything on the wall, of course, because the store's still open.
Yeah.
But as far as the fresh service counter, it's wraps. So she comes in and is like, "Can I get this, that, and the third?" I'm like, "Man, it's 9:15. We're closed." She throws a whole fit. Gets the manager involved. The manager's like, "They're closed. Like there's nothing we can do. Like
What
it is what
manager?
it is." I think it was Michael.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was just like, lady, like, okay, you couldn't get your 1 pound of shrimp unthawed. There's some right there. It takes 10 minutes under cold water to go on and thaw. Like,
Not even, man. Like,
yeah, like
honestly.
it's people just for no reason. It just be little shit. Like people are really out there struggling. Like the story I told the one dude, bro. We got a dude in Gehenna. He walks around with like fucking 10 heavy ass bags around. He
Yeah.
has nothing. And this
And
dude
he's
is the
happy.
most humble, happy dude ever.
Yeah.
Like his life has been literal hell. From the knowledge of what I know, his life has been hell. And he
Mhm.
walks around with a smile on his face. He wouldn't take nothing from nobody. The lady, somebody had left some food in a parking lot, like in a bag in a shopping cart. And one of our workers tried to give it to him, and he wouldn't take it. He said, "Take it to the service counter because somebody might really need that." Like if somebody like that can walking around and keep it, and you bitching about a pound of shrimp, bro, it's just that's not even. I don't even want to talk to you. We can't talk. That ain't what it is.
Right. We had I had one time. I don't know if this is necessarily a Karen moment, but we have people that we're our job is such a bitch place, man. It makes me so mad. We can't do anything about people not wearing masks. Like if they don't want to
We
wear a
can't
mask,
either.
we can. It's an Ohio thing or whatever, especially with establishments like that. And we just got it to the point where we're allowed to ask people to leave if they don't want to comply with the rules, which
Mhm.
is so fantastic. And we had a woman come in with her child, and her child was wearing a mask, but she wasn't. And we don't charge for our masks or anything. We have medical masks in the back that we're like, hey, you have to have a mask on at all times or whatever until you get to your seat, then you can take it off. And this woman starts to kind of like get a little iffy and is like, okay, she takes it and she's kind of mumbling under her breath and she puts it on kind of half-assed. And I was like, all right.
Mhm.
And then she walks over to the concession stand and she starts like reaching underneath where our like 6 feet dividers are. And we have like
Mhm.
little plexiglass dividers. And she starts reaching under to grab these things that are by my cash register. And I'm like, first of all, that is completely against regulation. Now I have to clean
Right.
this. But
Right.
second of all, like you're barely wearing a mask and this is not your space. And at that point, I made the wrong decision. I don't know why I talked to her. I should have just let her do it because she started
Right.
absolutely going off and was like, hey, this is dumb anyway. This is shit. Like I just wanted this and this and this. And I was like, these are for me. This is I
Right.
give these out to people. This is not for you to grab. There's candy over there. That's what you grab. This is my extra stock of candy, just in case.
Right.
Like in case somebody can't reach it, or if somebody is, something like that. Because we have candy that doesn't come on the shelves yet, but we still have it in our system. So I have it over here. If you want one, I will give you one. But why
Right.
would you reach underneath this? This is clearly a divider. And she, at that point, luckily my manager was down there, so they came in and took over it, and they gave her a free popcorn and all this stuff. And she goes to her theater, and I was like, why did we do this? And they're like,
Yeah.
well, we
I
didn't
mean,
want a problem and this and that. And I was like, what does one person mean to you guys? I know that
yeah.
we're about customer satisfaction, but when they are like that, why does it matter? Just let me kick them out.
I
I
wouldn't
will
even want them in my
personally,
establishment.
right, I will
Yeah.
personally put on
Yeah.
some gloves and I will push them out of the facility and we will never have to deal with them again.
They
But
gave
that,
her free popcorn.
yeah, they
Hell
gave
Yeah.
her
no.
I'm gonna
free
start
lunch
acting
popcorn.
an ass.
I was about to
Yeah, I'm
say,
gonna
like,
And,
say,
and it's Black
where's
History
No
Month.
Josh?
one go over
And
here
it's
getting
Black.
ideas, all right? Don't come in here causing a ruckus at
Nah,
my
nah.
theater.
And it's Black History Month. I'm gonna get me some
You
popcorn.
can get a free popcorn on your birthday. Just download the Cinemark app.
For real?
Just
That's
set your
funny.
birthday the next day. Yeah. If you create a Cinemark app and you like create your birthday like a week from now or whatever, when you want to go to your movie, you can just get a free popcorn.
That's funny.
They'll send you the coupon. People do that all the
That's
time, and
funny.
I'm pretty good at remembering faces if you come in like kind of often. And
Mhm.
I know certain groups of people, and people will come in all the time and be like, it's my birthday today. And I'm like thinking in my head, I was like, it was your birthday like 2 weeks ago, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's funny. I was like, all right, you guys are cheating the system. I like that.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah,
Ray Tyrell.
I get a lot of people like that aren't as bad, but a lot of people just demand things of me that I cannot do. People want
Mhm.
lukewarm water all the time. They don't want to get it out of the fridge. So I have to run my ass back to the stock room to grab a water and then do all this. I have to do all this paperwork because we can't take stuff out of the stock room, but we also can't deny a customer. So I have to do this. And then I have to do all this paperwork that's like, all right, why'd you take it out of the stock room? Where'd it go? What happened to it? What time was it? It's just like, it's so ridiculous, man. It's
That's
so
funny.
dumb.
That's BS, bro. Y'all got anything?
Yeah,
I don't got a care.
I got one.
I don't got a
You
care.
don't?
Go
Oh,
ahead.
lucky you. But I mean, my camera was low key lucky because like she didn't spaz out on me, but she was like loud around me. Like, but yeah, this lady, she was looking for Mexican Coke. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah, it's
what
the
that
glass
is.
bottled Coke.
Yeah. Oh, so you know what that is? Okay. But
Yeah, I know what Mexican
And
Coke
it's a
is.
seasonal item. We have it like once every season. I mean, once
Interesting.
a certain season, and then like we try to tell her and all that stuff. And this guy, this other customer, he was cool. He was like, "Say please to them." He's telling her to say please because she was like a little ass with it. And she's like, "You shut the hell up!" And then
Damn.
they start arguing, and he called her a bitch and all that shit. And then she started yelling, "No, who the hell you think you're talking?" And everybody looking
All over
at
Mexican
us.
Coke too, man.
Yeah,
It be little shit like stuff just get people so wild.
Hey,
Bro,
Mexican Coke is superior to regular Coke, so I can understand. No.
I mean, I never had it, but
Do it taste different?
Yeah, it's made with cane sugar
Okay.
instead of whatever sugar they use. I don't know. The thing about that is that, like, I know for a fact, I don't even work at Kroger, and I know that's not a seasonal item. You can just go to where all like the Jones soda is and stuff like that, where like the bottled Coke is, and they have like glass bottles of this, that, and IBC root beer. They have 6-packs of those little. If it's in a glass bottle, it's Mexican Coke. So if you ever get her back again, you know where to point her.
Yeah, it's
shit,
this man
shit, Josh know my
how to
damn
do your
job. God dang!
That's only
Shit.
that's only because just like I've watched like weird documentaries and stuff late at night, and like that one of the things is like in Mexico, Coke is like their biggest item. There's Coke stores where people just sell Coke, and that's it. And they have like all different kinds of bottles of it, and it's made with cane sugar, and everybody's like, it's different, it's superior. And I mean, it's just like, I mean, I like things in glass bottles. I think that that's cool. So that's why I like it. But I don't really think the taste is that much different.
Bro, Tyrell, were you there when the dumbest fight happened at Kroger, bro?
What fight?
When I forgot, this dude was like standing too close to somebody in line. It was two dudes.
Oh,
It was like it was the start of COVID.
It was the by you scan, right?
Yeah, I think so. And this dude was like, "You too close to me." Took his mask off and fought the dude. So you're fighting the dude over what the problem was in the first place. So you too close to me, you're gonna give me COVID. So you know what? I'm gonna throw hands with you and take my mask off. That's what we're gonna do. People are just so ignorant. I don't even remember, bro.
Bro,
like
I
that's
heard
just so stupid, bro.
People
that's
have
like,
brain worms, man. That's what it
Remember
is.
when COVID first started? Everybody was wearing goddamn paint mask and gas masks.
People were wearing fire masks, hazmat suits, and
that's pretty crazy.
Jug of water.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the jug of water. I forgot about that. People wearing panties
goes
and
to show you, that just goes
maxi
to show
pads.
you how stupid people are. Like majority of people, like there's only a select few like us, and there's some others that like have common sense. Like think about when all this COVID stuff happened, you go up and buy 10 of everything, and you don't leave nothing else for nobody else. Like that's just ignorant. Like you don't care about nobody else. And to begin with, I mean, to be honest, it was scary. It was scary at first, but they were making it seem like people was about to turn into zombies and
that's
everything else. Like
buying up all the toilet paper.
Like when they hear it's about to snow the next day, people buy up everything too. You're being so ridiculous. Like the fact that we had to put limits on stuff just to get y'all to not be
we gotta
ignorant,
put limit on season.
Wild.
Well, that would make sense. So
people are just so crazy. Selfish.
Yep, that is true.
But
Shake it off.